Well, we've had our 40 days of Lent. And on our Lenten season, we have been on a journey of discovery, trying to be in quest of who Jesus is for each of us, seeking to answer the question which Jesus posed to his disciples, poses to us. And who do you say that I am? We've realized that this Jesus fella, and that I know you all don't understand what I mean, so it's F-E-L-L-A, fella. We realize he's complex, and what he means to us is as well. We soaked up through art and scholarship and some pretty good sermons, I might add. I need some head nodding at this point. Head nodding. We'll work on that. But we heard about Jesus the teacher, Jesus the rule breaker, Jesus the dreamer, Jesus the healer, Jesus the redeemer. Now, none of these dimensions do Jesus justice on their own. But taken together, they can lead us to the power of what Jesus the Christ can mean to us today. I want you to look at the quote at the top of your bulletin. This is from Clarence Jordan. He's Southern, but I thought between me and him, we'll surround you. And Jordan talked about Easter like this. On the morning of the resurrection, God put life in the present tense, not in the future. God gave us not a promise, but a presence. The crowning evidence that Christ lives is not a vacant grave, but a spirit-filled fellowship. Not a rolled-away stone, but a carried-away church. This is the heart of the New Testament. This is the good news, that Christ is now a living presence with us, and we are the evidence of the resurrection. What does the world know of new life when they meet us? Jordan goes on to point out like this. On Easter Sunday, we all get prettied up and gussied up. And we talk about Jesus being raised from the dead, and he'll take us to heaven one of these days. And he says, that might be nice, but that's not what the resurrection of Jesus is all about. Beyond the lilies and the once-a-year hymns, the new outfits and the chocolate candy. Easter is about how this Sunday is different from all the others. Are we changed by the story we celebrate today? What difference does Easter make in our lives? I believe we celebrate Easter for more than just honoring a faith story that happened to a small group of people a long time ago, far, far away. I believe we keep on rehearsing this biblical story because of its central point, and that is hope. Hope that we as humans need to hang on to, and hope that we need just to hang on. Hope that in spite of our best efforts from it happening, God will bring good out of evil, God will lead us to joy when we go through pain, and God will pull life from our living death. Hope that when we reach the tombs of our own lives, and we all have them and we like living in them, the stone will be rolled away. Hope that we have as individuals, as churches, as communities. Hope that this brings the world. We celebrate this as our faith's highest holy day because Easter centers around the thing that humanity will survive on, and that is hope. But hope is hard for us to hang on to, isn't it? Like the women in Mark running to the tomb that Sunday morning, we just keep crying. The stone is too big. Who will roll it away for us? The stones in our lives seem too heavy, too insurmountable, the pain too overwhelming, the disappointment too deep, the fear too incapacitating, the task ahead of us too great. But the story of Easter is, with God's help, anything is possible. Even in your life. Even in mine. That's why I put my favorite passage, Isaiah 43, I put in our service today. God calls us each by name, calls us out of the tombs and into the light of new life. Now, lest you think I'm kidding, we all have parts of our lives that entomb us, that keep us trapped, stuck where we are, suffocating, away from the abundant life that God offers us, that God yearns for us. Tombs of dishonesty, pride, selfishness, greed and materialism, tombs of indifference and inertia, tombs of false living, poverty of mind and soul, tombs of prejudice and hatred, tombs of low self-esteem, depression, fear, despair. You know them, I don't have to name them. Some tombs we've created for ourselves, others the world has put us in. And still others, and we must admit this if we're honest, we can roll away, we can push through, but then we rush to roll the stone back into place so nobody else can get out. Isn't it ironic that we would rather stay in our tombs than venture out into the light? You see, our tombs are comfortable, familiar. They're safe, we think. Nobody can see our dark places in a tomb. Maybe we can hide from God there, from each other. Maybe nobody know our story. But friends, they are dark and dank and unhealthy.